OnlyFrets initialized, streaming live from your mom's house.
As always, ate a lot at your mom's house. Turkey and ham and
Did you bring the stuffing though? That's
oh, I brought the stuffing. The stuffing was brought. It was brought. Oh god.
Ryan.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got some still recovering. We're both very we were talking about before we started, we're both very tired. So
yes.
if we're a little whatever, we've had a 2 week break and life's been lifing, so
Listen, everybody get in your PJs. It's just one of those kinds of episodes.
Mhm.
Let's roll the intro, Jonathan.
Go ahead. All you.
You're live in 3, 2, 1.
Very nice.
Nice.
I love how that works. Timmy, what up? And we got a couple of bros in the chat. Jonathan, looks like you got a little P90 situation on your lap there.
Yep, just the little one because it's just the one.
Just
It's
the one.
my trusty old little SG Junior, one of the coolest guitars I ever made. I think I'm. Yeah. I just tuned it. I just changed the strings not that long ago, so I'm afraid to play because it's probably gonna go out of tune. Nope, it's in tune. There you go.
So sultry, dude.
It is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you
I
got there, bud?
P90 guitar as well, and
completely unplanned, by the way.
Completely unplanned. We just dress like each other. We just show up to school dressed in the same clothes now. I have. The old shiny guitar with my dog's footprint tattooed on the headstock, and the
so cool
Planet Tone vintage P90s in there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, here we go. You see what's up? Can't hear my voice? That is strange.
Oh no.
Welcome back to Technical Difficulties.
Episode Infinity.
Episode Infinity. Check, check, check. What about now? Should I turn my microphone up? Maybe that's the issue. How about now? Yossi, let me know if you can hear me yet. We've got Steve Gunner. Oi.
Oi.
Can everybody hear me? Why don't you ask, Jonathan, just in case?
Can everybody hear Sean, or are we just kind of? I'm just realizing something.
I touched nothing.
Under my name, it says Electric Flamingo Jones.
Electric Flamingo Jones. Dude, that's like a pimp name from the 70s or whatever. I just got you in a polyester suit right now. Oh, man, that's funny.
That's
Electric
funny. I like
Flamingo Jones. Go down there and see Electric Flamingo Jones.
I'm keeping it. I'm not changing that. That's
down at the strip club.
Fucking funny. Oh my god. I just looked at it and saw that. I'm trying to just get some jumping off points here. Just because we're unprepared as usual.
Yeah.
We got a couple things to talk about, but just in case we hit a snag, which we're bound to do.
Very nice. Sounds like we're all good. So appreciate y'all showing up for a little bit of water cooler talk, if you will. Maybe we can start with. Well, first of all, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving.
Yes.
From your mom's house to yours, we hope that you all enjoyed family and friends, except for Yossi and anybody in Canada, because they already had their Thanksgiving. But, You know, I have a Guyker tuner story, Jonathan.
Do you?
I
Let's
do.
hear it.
And just full disclosure, I linked. Well, I didn't link. I placed your discount code in the video that is currently uploading to YouTube right now
Well, thank you.
because I bought the tuners because you notified us on your tuner upgrade video that things were on sale for
Yes.
Black Friday. So I copped or maybe it wasn't Black Friday. What was it? There was a sale. Anyway,
Yeah, some kind of event I think they were doing.
yeah, and I copped the set of like Steinberger style tuners. Hold on, let me get them.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, I believe in the description of my stream on my channel, maybe even Sean's, I don't know. I got an affiliate link down there for Guyker. So if you want any cool parts for your guitars, check that out. Because I
Yeah,
can buy them. They're really, really good parts. I like them.
they are, except for these.
Oh.
So I bought these. I did not read the reviews. They looked fantastic, and um, if you watch my video later, you'll see how they like go in and everything. But essentially, it's just a round disc hole with no post, and you drop the string down through there, and then you literally Allen key a piece on uh, onto the back, and then start unscrewing this little thumb wheel up here,
Hmm.
and it's supposed to tighten against the piece that gets clamped down onto the end of the string. What actually ends up happening is that your low E string snaps, and then
Oh.
you quit after
Yeah.
two times of that. Um,
Wow.
so it's just a design flaw. They're really beautiful, like tuners. I really like them. Um, however, they don't work. So it's like a 0 out of 10.
So not to be, I don't know what the word is. I thought I had it, but not to be, I guess, that guy. Are you sure it's not user error?
I'm not, but I did go check the reviews later, and there were at least two other real human beings who posted photos and videos
Of the same thing
of
happening.
a similar situation. So, um, you
Then it
know,
could just be a design flaw. I don't know.
it the actually that is word straight from Guyker customer service because I emailed them naturally,
Wow.
and they said we are aware of the issue. It is a flaw in the design, and we're working to upgrade it. For now, here's your refund. Don't even worry about sending them back.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
I
that was good.
legit like no hassle, just
Hmm.
gave me my money. Now you can go buy a set that you really want, and
Yeah.
I did buy a set of Geikers, um and they're right here.
Looks like the Firebird's coming up.
The
Oh
Firebird is
yeah.
coming out, but they're locking.
Right.
Maybe I'll show them from the back, like we like your mom. um but they're locking, and they have this cool barrel style up here. So if you have a six to a side, and particularly the reverse headstock where you have to buy left-handed, they offer them in left and right-handed. This is really nice because you can get your finger in here.
Exactly what I was thinking, by the
That's
way,
what
searching
she
for tone.
said.
That's exactly what I was.
And actually tighten these things because they're too close together with regular wide paddle tuning pegs.
Yeah.
So this was a great solution. These are really nice, and
Hmm.
these are really nice if they didn't
If they
have that.
worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they worked. They're well machined. They feel good. It's solid. Good metal and all that stuff. But
Right.
yeah, I would say I linked to both this product and this product in my description of the video just cuz, but I said like the ones that did not work, the ones that did work, and but it's no shade on Geiker. If anything, it's a credit to their. I mean, frankly, they could stop selling them. That might be the next step. Oh, you're muted, bro. Technical difficulties. Nope. Still nothing. Ooh, and I'm out of tune, so I can't even play guitar to pass the time. Still don't have you, bro. Can anybody else hear Jonathan, or is it just me? Nothing. Hey, oh, we had something.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay. I don't know what happened. Okay.
that's wild.
I swapped to the camera and then went back to this. I don't know. That was much easier than with OBS though. If it went out, then it just went out.
Sup, Lars? What's searching for tone say? Here's a design flaw we know of. We'll keep selling them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably not the best move in my opinion, but I will say this. For a company that I don't work with, that, I'm basically just Joe Schmo, to just be like, here's your money back. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Go buy, and they didn't say like, it wasn't a credit to their store. It was
Just
just
straight up
your
refund.
money back and buy tuners that work, even if it's not ours, kind of a deal. So
Right.
I was very, very happy to re-spend that money on more of their product because of customer service goes a long, long way with me.
It really does. Yeah.
And I think with most people. So kudos
Well,
to Guyker for sure.
and it's the fact that you reached out to them and they got back with you so quick, because I know
Yeah, it
that
was
there
like
are a lot
less
of
than a day.
there are a lot of other companies that I work with that obviously I will get in touch with them fairly quickly, but not naming any names or anything, but then it'll come around and other people will say, I bought something and had a problem, and then I've just never heard back from them. And I'm like, yeah, that's not good. So yeah,
Right.
good to know that Geiker's real live customer service is good. 24-hour turnaround time. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean
So
it was damn near immediate. Like it was, I got the auto response first, but then
oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
the real response like the next morning or something like that, which is just, I mean, fantastic. So I mean, I bought let's see. I bought the overdrive preamp from JHS,
Yep.
and I told this story before, and it broke, and I paid shipping there. They paid it on the way back. They fixed it free of cost. Caused me to buy the Not a Dumble.
Yep.
Like, I'm willing to spend more money. I had a question about my Octafuzz Drive pedal from Interstellar Audio. I had a question, so I DM'd them on Instagram. They got back to me immediately. I have like a 8-page conversation with the dudes there. Super cool guys, really nice, really helpful, and I straight up bought the pedal because they responded to me. Like, literally, I was like, well, I can't not buy it,
Right. Yeah.
and it sounds so good. It's like one of my favorite pedals, so I'm glad. But I mean, customer service really like does the job. It's the best marketing I think
Oh yeah.
you can have. So
Yeah. It's like word of mouth. Everybody says word of mouth is the best. I mean, that's to me a form of word of mouth.
right, word of mouth doesn't happen if you are crappy at, you know,
Yep.
it's really hard. It's what's it like the 1-6 rule or something like that, or 3-6 rule or something, where if you do a good job, that person will tell like 3 people about it. If you do a
Mm-hmm.
bad job, they'll tell 6.
Oh yeah.
And so, I
And
think
it's that when you go to look for anything, You're looking for a car. You're looking for, you know, a new pack of strings. I mean, anything in the world.
Right.
When you're looking at something where people can post their thoughts and their reviews on it, the loud reviews are always going to scream the loudest.
Yep.
The bad ones are always going to be the loudest ones, which really, I mean, it's one of those things too, where if you see something that's got 50,000 reviews and overall it's like 4.5 stars,
Yeah.
I always filter it by the bad ones just to see what problems you could
Mhm.
run into.
My
Right.
wife is really good about doing that. I am terrible, obviously.
Right.
Otherwise
Yeah.
I
You
would've
just look
gone.
and see, oh, 4 out of 5. That's
Right.
good, you know, or whatever.
Yep. Take the aggregate every time. Let's see. Brian says Guyker is good. They may work for some, and others may have issues you had. Customer service is very communicative, right? And you know, I think with those particular tuners, I think that the trick might be that you don't. So like with normal locking tuners, you kind of just pull the string completely taut
Mm,
and then lock it down and then turn them. With that one, the trick could potentially be that you set your little uh, binding piece, like the piece that actually holds it in, a little bit back off of the tuner base, the tightening portion, and
yeah.
then tighten back into it a little so that it happens a little slower. But I don't know how that would if that would fix it or not. And I didn't want to keep trying. You know, I didn't want to keep busting strings. So
Yeah.
luckily, the low E string on this guitar is the farthest away. So I got to use them on like tellies and strats still. So they still reach other guitars. So I'm grateful.
Right.
Let's see, when customer service actually does the needful, yeah, totally. And dudes, Keith, for the love of guitars, we gotta have Keith on the show as well. He's a great hang, and
Yeah.
would love to. He Keith has been doing breakdowns of Guthrie trap videos for the us
Hmm.
plebeian guitarists out there that don't understand or can't keep up with somebody like Guthrie, and they've been very helpful.
Hmm.
So he's got a cool niche that he found on YouTube, and his channel's kind of blowing up. So be cool to get
Nice.
him
Yeah. Nice. That's
on.
all. You gotta get that one group of people that
Yep,
you just gotta draw them to your channel.
find your thing and roll with
Yeah.
it for sure. Um,
Yeah.
and speaking of guests, we have a very special guest set up for next week. So I'd encourage everybody to come back for the guest appearance of Brian at Searching for Tone, who's in the chat today. Very excited. Um, Brian has some cool things going on his channel right now, and he's getting ready to dive in. Have you ever seen the 52-week guitar system guy? He always says "fukin" on YouTube or Instagram. It's like he like tries
I
to
feel
get
like I've
away with
heard
saying,
that.
yeah, he's like this really skinny guy, plays a really nice telly, and he can play like, I mean, he can play like nobody's business. He can play what's that Eric Johnson song that everybody,
Oh, Cliffs of Dover.
Cliffs of Dover. Like he actually he got pissed because people were saying he couldn't really play it, so he made like a video. Anyway, he runs a guitar school um, online course thing called 52-week guitar player or 52-week guitar system, and I've always wanted to. It's very expensive though. Brian is enrolled, and I'm really excited for him. So I'll be happy to pick his brain about lessons, and we can have cool discussions about, you know, Brian's great to
Right.
talk to about trolls. Um, so yeah, it'll be fun.
Fit right in.
Can't even book Brian for my channel. He's too big. Yeah, well, Keith, it's OnlyFrets, bro. It's OnlyFrets. Everybody loves the name.
Everybody loves the name.
Jonathan locked us in.
I
Old
did.
Electric Flamingo Jones over there got us
Got
got
us
us
got us
rolling.
the hookup on the name, yeah.
Yep.
I was so worried that someone else had taken the name, and is from my research, we're the only ones.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe that either, because I mean that it was sitting right there for anybody to take.
Just somebody just perverted enough to reach out.
Right. And maybe it was one of those things where it's like they didn't want the association, but it's like, why wouldn't you though?
Oh,
It's
dude.
so close to what we're parroting. I can't say it. Parroting. You know what I mean? Not parroting like the bird, like
Right.
that. You know, it's SEO heaven. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point.
I remember when I interviewed Nick Perry, and I was telling him, I was like, hey, run this live pod called OnlyFrets, and I'm doing a different series called Tone Deep of interviews. And he was like, oh, OnlyFrets is like, what a freaking name. And I was like, you're not going on that one. And he's like, oh, like, sorry, that's not the one I'm recruiting you for. And graciously, he joined Tone Deep anyway. But he has said at the new year he has time available, so I'm hoping we can get him on.
Nice. Yeah.
And then we have the illustrious Lucas Fowler from Fine Tuning coming on after Brian at Searching for Tone, which is going to be
That's cool.
great.
Yeah. That's going to be fun.
And I mean, I think we're both just fans of him as a player.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, a singer. What a frickin' dude, he sounds like Miles Kennedy. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It's definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, at least he has that range and like,
which I mean, that's
talent
to be compared to someone like Miles Kennedy. I mean, like to say that you're on some level like him, because I mean, he's a freaking amazing
That's
singer.
the only
Miles
voice I
is.
hear
Like,
when I hear Lucas sing. Like
right.
that is the best compare. It's the most accurate comparison, which, as you're saying, is a high compliment, but it's not even necessarily meant to be. It just is the
It
most
just is.
true thing, you know?
Right.
And so I'm, you know, always excited to talk with Lucas. He's such a cool dude. I mean, he gave me his number like after we interviewed and stuff.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
I don't abuse it, but he lets me, like, Tom did the same thing actually. Tom Butlin dropped his number on me. So it's nice, you know, getting these cool dude. I mean, our interview with Tom was so much fun, and he's such a nice person.
It's gonna be like how all the other big YouTubers are, where they're like, you know, oh yeah, I just called up Paul Reed Smith. You know, I've just got his number in my phone. Or it's like how music is when
Yeah,
he just will like put the phone call there, and it's just Paul Reed Smith in his phone or whatever.
we don't need
That's
that
cool.
level, but
We don't need that level, but it's still cool
yeah,
because you can name drop if anything. Just be like, oh, let me just call my buddy here. You know,
yeah. Let me FaceTime Tom real quick, and you know,
I forget that this thing has springs on it. I'm so sorry to
it's
everybody
all good.
listening there.
Yeah, let me just FaceTime. You know, let me FaceTime whoever. Like, it's kind of fun, and also like I like the group because it feels like cultivated for like high quality individuals, like,
Yeah.
you know, integrity and stuff like that. It's not just whoever the biggest thing is, you know. It's like,
Right.
no, these are like we're linking up with like really good folks, so that's the best part.
Yeah. So this is something I thought about. I had this really, I don't know if it's a good idea or not,
Okay.
but it was a good idea for a video series. And I swear to God, if I see this on anybody else's channel come the new year, we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah.
So I had this idea
Hold on, let me get a pen. No, just
for a series called 365 Days of Gas Relief.
ooh,
Right.
yeah.
And it's me. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet, but I think it's a good idea. I want to pose a personal challenge for me to be more creative with the gear that I already have, or anything that I may or may not acquire, sponsorships aside,
Sure.
and not buy any new guitars, amps, pedals, nothing at all next year.
New Year's
Period.
resolution style.
And like a New Year's resolution thing, and like document it maybe do like a monthly, maybe every 2 week, like bi-weekly update on it, and just be like, hey, maybe these are some ideas that I have. What is everybody just to, kind of have some, because I've come to realize that over the past couple of months, I've done some videos that are not all that guitar related or whatever. And it's just kind of been like, I really don't want to, but I'll be honest with you. I've started charging for videos, and there are companies that are agreeing to it, and I'm making a little bit of extra money on top of getting a product that if I sell, I get even more money. So it's
get your paper, boo boo.
Right. It's a money move, and it's like, to me, there's nothing wrong with that, but
not at all.
That doesn't sway my opinion on the product either. Like I'm using a wireless system that's a whole separate story. I was supposed to get paid for it and didn't, but I genuinely like it, and that's what I'm using now to monitor everything. But anyway, but yeah, I thought that was a cool idea. I want to try to get, because I have another like series that I could potentially stretch out.
Yeah,
but it's very counterintuitive to the 360
anti-guitar gear YouTube.
It literally is. It's and it's only because it's so limiting to what I have now, right? And I'm not going to drop all my ideas, but that's a cool idea too. And there's still like evergreen content.
Yep.
So
no,
and I've got other videos too.
I actually, me, I'm a little different. Well, let's answer this question. We'll drop back into it. That one's for you, John.
When miking an amp, do you get more treble from pointing to the center of the cone or edge? Generally speaking, if you go straight on, obviously the middle, you're going to get more treble. So I'm going to say the more that you get towards the center, so more in the cone, it's going to be a little more trebly. The edge, based on my experience, I don't mic up a lot of cabs anymore. I do experiment with it from time to time, but based on my experience, it's almost like if you're turning the mic away from the speaker, right? It's going to darken up because the sound's not coming direct. And it could be just based on whichever mic you use. If you use like an S57, I mean, that's straight on it.
It's really
so obviously too, it's really trebly too. Yeah. And it all depends on the microphone too. But I mean, the speaker and the mic, that's like the most important combination when you're recording. But yes, I think it's center of the cone is probably going to be more treble, at least in my experience. When you get to the edge, it gets more, I don't want to say completely bassy, but it'll get more woofy. Of the mid woofy, maybe more of like the low mids.
Yeah, because you're getting that
experience may vary.
Rattle from the the wide cone. So I think that's right. I'm pretty confident you're right.
Yeah, and like I said, I think it just is it's a case by case thing too. But I think the general rule is the closer you get to the center, the more treble you get. The further you go away, Yeah. And I mean, it could even change from if you go left to right to up and down. I mean, there could be a different sound either way. That's why, it's a game of millimeters when you're moving a mic around. And that's where if you get something like the Dynamount, I mean, like that's a lifesaver. You can do it all from your phone and it'll just do like, it's perfect. But I guess I had it backwards in my head for the longest time.
Yeah. I mean, that happens.
It happens. Yeah. It's all so much when it comes to, it's like recording live drums. I mean, I've never done it, but I've heard it takes forever to get that right.
Yep.
And it would drive me crazy because, like, innately when you're recording live drums, I know we're going straight to drums, but when you're doing that, you're going to get the bleed. You're going to have snare bleed, cymbal bleed, all of that stuff. And to me, that would kill me. But when you're trying to mix it, but then when you think about it, it's like that's kind of the magic of it.
True.
So it's like you said with the cabinet. If you capture something like maybe cabinet rattle or something like that, like that's just part of it. That's part of the magic of it. And it goes into that whole, like, everything's too polished. Everything's too perfect. Like I bring some human, like, just error to it. Right. To me, that's what makes it perfect. Not technically perfect. I don't want it technically perfect.
Right. I want it to sound like the person I'm listening to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have another point on that I can talk about too.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say you were going to say something.
Oh, well, I forgot. So all you.
Oh well, sorry.
Okay.
So another thing I'm doing, I've been busy on my own. Let me see this. I've been pointing the 57 between the center and the edge, so I guess a good mix. Thanks for clearing that up. Yeah, that's usually a good spot to put it at. I don't ever like to put it unless, again, you are really wanting to get like a really harsh trebly tone, like straight on, like dead on. It's usually off center a little bit, and then if you want to start getting into like the Fredman technique, where you're like angling it and angling two and doing all that kind of stuff. But if you're doing just one mic simple setup, it's generally, in my experience, the sweet spot is somewhere in the middle of the edge and the cone. I mean, I know that's probably the most generic answer, but
Well, I'll tell you based on, and this is based on modeling. And Brian says there's a XYZ axis for placement. Also have the angle of the mic is facing on top of it. I don't understand it, but I know it exists. Right. So in Pod Go Edit, you can actually move the newest feature that they added earlier this year. So you can actually like move and switch microphones. So different mic styles. You can change the placement. So
yep.
I'm getting a little bit of digital experience with this. So theoretical experience. And the default placement is always like say an inch to the right of the cone and like an inch and a half down, pointed angled up, and about 1 inch away from the grill cloth. So
Yeah.
you want it just off, so you get a little bit of that reflection. So you want a little bit of airspace between the grill cloth and your microphone.
Yeah.
And then you want it just like to the right and down by about an inch and an inch and a half respectively. Seems to be what line 6 dubs to be the sweet spot. Everybody has their own. I'm sure there's a ton of YouTube videos on it.
Right.
But yeah, miking and acoustic is ridiculously hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
it is.
It's
Back when I was a teenager, me and my friend had
yes, thanks.
a little.
Dust Cat.
There you go. That's the word. Me and my friend had a little project that we did under various different names, but that's what it was like an acoustic, singer songwriter duo kind of thing. And that's kind of where I cut my teeth, recording and everything. And we got our first, it was an MXR 990 and 991 set. So
Nice.
it had like the little long condenser mic and then or whatever, And that's what I used because, I looked it up and that's what they said. Oh, yeah, you use this mic for recording. So I used that. And it was just like, it was such a learning experience because I was like putting it in the completely wrong spot. And I was like, why do I just hear the pick and not like the fullness? Because I had like a big body acoustic. Like it was a nice acoustic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, man, this is just not easy. And I was like, yeah, because you got to, like, to me, so my uncle he owns a studio. That's what he does for a living. He records bands and stuff.
Nice.
And if I remember correctly, he told me years and years ago, he said the best way to mic an acoustic is to mic it in two spots. You would essentially mic it kind of over the sound hole and then kind of like right up here by like where the neck joins the body.
Yep.
So you would do that, and then you can kind of blend those, and you'll get like a nice blend of the pick noise, but you won't get that as much of that full harshness from the body, like if like big body sound or whatever it is.
You get the bass from angling it around your hand down here and picking up the vibration in the body. And
right.
Then you get your treble, and you miss your hand. But you get your treble from the neck joint area. Yeah,
and then you keep your strumming hand clean, because if you have depending on what kind of mic you have and everything, if it's right here where you're picking, I mean, that was something I learned too. It's like I'd have the mic right here, and I'm like, how am I going to get these big strummy parts when the freaking mic's in the way?
Picking jail for sure. You have to like stay. Right.
And then if anything, you're starting to pick close to the bridge. You get that like Telecaster, like trebly kind of thing on an acoustic. And I'm telling you, that whole time in my life was a huge learning experience when it came to miking up an acoustic. But it's fun when you get it right. Don't get me wrong. When you get it right and it sounds good, when I finally nailed it and I recorded, so I've still got the recordings to this day.
Nice.
They sound great. Like they need a little refinement, but man, for the time and like my skill level, it was like they're great, and they're great little like instrumental like dadgad acoustic stuff. Like they're great.
Nice, man.
Maybe that's me being biased, but you know.
Well, I'm sure it is good. I've been happy to only use the AT440. Sometimes use 2020 to mic left hand in the neck, right?
Mm.
And then AT4040 right in front of the hole, but aimed to the 12th fret. Interesting.
Yeah. So that I think that's kind of more. It's not you're putting it direct. It's just right there, kind of going up like that. If I'm understanding that correctly. So yeah. But the good thing too is that there are a lot of things like the Donner Hush One, right? Like I did a video on the Hush One Pro recently where it's got all the stuff built into it. Like if you're having the problems doing that, like the modeling built into that sounds, I mean, pretty good for what it is.
It does,
right? You know, so, and you can add the body, yeah, and you can add the body to it and add your own IRs to make it whatever. So I mean, like it's come such a long way from where it was, where like you plug it in and it just sounds like you're playing into a board and it's like a direct sound. It's not the most pleasing sound, to where it's like you can emulate any even acoustic sound, right? On something that doesn't even look like a freaking acoustic and it sound pretty authentic.
It's also nice to get acoustic tone from an electric guitar because they're easier to play. So you know, you can do more solo wise. You can, you know, have more flexibility. Steve says, I wonder how much adding an acoustic pickup to a guitar that wasn't built with one would change. I think it's pretty. I'm not a tone wood guy, but I think in an acoustic, it's pretty significant. The change. I always like, even though my other Epiphone is nicer, the one my wife got me, it's much nicer. The tone from my non-electric Epiphone acoustic guitar is, I would say, a wider array of highs and lows. Like it's just a broader spectrum. The one my wife got me is very tight, but it sounds fantastic plugged in. So it's trade-offs, you know, it's just trade-offs. But if you do those LR bags where it's all down here in the existing hole for your for your strap button, they have this, and you just widen that hole just a little, just like your mom, and you put the LR.
We're on it today.
I know. I've been saving up for like 2 weeks, dude. That's
there you go.
What I told your mom.
2 for 2, killing it.
But the LR bags goes in the hole for the you know, down at the bottom. They're really not non-invasive in that way, and so I think those are the best systems if you don't want to mess with a non-acoustic guitar, but you want to be able to plug it in. They're just really good for that. Way better than like the Dean Markley ones that fit into the opening and stuff like that. So yeah, it's totally. Ben Jammin, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to OnlyFrets, man.
You have stumbled into a good time.
Deep. It is a good time.
It is a good time. We're trying to make it a good time anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. In other news, I put out some music recently. Speaking of wanting to be more creative.
What a great tie-in.
That's
kind of what I was gonna. That's not that I've released music, but I'm working on it. But I'll let you talk first since you brought it up.
I'm excited to hear about that. I used and also a tie-in to being more human. My music is technically less human. So I used AI to.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. To get bass and drums and accent instruments.
Mm-hmm.
And also recently on a song I just wrote, I actually had it just sing it, and then I deleted, like, once I figured out how the robot thinks that popular music would sing it. I just like deleted that and mimicked the vocals because I wrote all the words. I didn't use AI for my lyrics or for my chord progressions or any of that stuff. Actually, just like recorded. I have this one. So I had that riff
Nice.
going, and I came up with like a a heavier chorus line and stuff. And then I had some lyrics that I'd written called Tiny Flashlights in my phone, and so I just like recorded the thing, and then I gave it the lyrics, and then it gave me like several versions. You can do as many versions as you want. I'm using a program called Suno. Um,
Yes. Hmm.
nice, man.
Yeah.
Glad to hear we made it onto your FYP. You know what I
I
mean?
know. That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that.
Um, and it so the first song I released using this method was a song called "What Our Love Is For." It's about I
Hmm.
wrote about my wife years ago, and I've been
Great
fighting.
song.
Thank you. I've been
Really is.
fighting like the quality I've been able to get on my own using
Mm.
drum loops or GarageBand drummer or doing my own bass lines using like a guitar and dropping, doing a drop tuning
Oh
pedal,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
like that kind of stuff. And it just, in my opinion, like the song was great, and I knew it would be, or great for me.
Yeah.
The song was solid, but I couldn't do it justice. And just having a little bit of like backing rhythm
Hmm.
and bass and drums, it just opened the whole thing up. I already knew how to sing it. I knew
Yep.
the harmonies, all that. I've been playing it on acoustic for 5 years or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
and this allowed me to like actually produce something that I could be proud of, that my wife could be proud of. Like,
Right. Yeah.
or, it's like, and so then I kind of re-released another one. What's up, Mark? How you doing, buddy? Um, that I had written and used to win Pod Go. Yossi knows the song very well. And that one similar. I didn't use AI for that one though, because I already had the bass and drums from Henning Polly at HP42. So I'm working on two more right now. I'm almost done, and I'm just gonna keep dropping them one by one
Yeah.
because like you're inclined to at the moment. I just want to get back to like making music as well. Like I like
Yeah.
doing this. I love our pod. I love talking to other musicians. I love talking about gear, but I want to make music and I want to produce some stuff that my kids could finally like nothing I've done before they could I wouldn't be like super proud of.
Right.
This can be something. And I'm working on a song with my dad right now. He had this country song he wrote a while back, so we're working on that. So it's just really fun.
Yeah.
Right, correct, Keith. It's what it's all about. What do you got going on there, sir? Sounds
Well,
like you're
firstly, I wanted to say I highlighted his comment right here where he said hi, Mark. And the only reason I did that is because anytime someone says hi, Mark, it just makes me think of the scene from The Room, the Tommy Wiseau movie where, like that infamous so bad
Oh
it's good
yeah.
movie
Hi,
where he's on the
Mark.
roof. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. Like that
Oh,
makes me
hi,
think of that.
Mark.
It's so freaking fun. I don't know why. It's so stupid. Yeah, there you go, right there.
Yeah, we need to get Tommy Wiseau. We need to get
uh,
a sound effect for when Mark enters the chat. That
oh
is
yeah,
just
because we can
that.
do that, can't we?
We can.
We can
We
add
can.
stuff. I
We
just
need
need
to
to
do that.
cut
Oh,
that. Just
hi,
oh hi,
Mark.
Mark. Oh, that's great. I love
That's
that.
so good. That
There
movie
you
is
go.
ridiculous, dude.
It's so stupid, but it's just like you
It's
can't stop. It's
hilarious.
like a car crash, man. You just cannot look at it.
It's like the most meta while trying to be honest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And you know what's funny? And I'll get into my thing in a second, but what's funny is that there's a lot of people that say like he just kind of came out of nowhere. Like no one knows his origin story. Tommy
Right.
Wiseau. He's like, where did you come from? And what are you doing?
Outer space, dude. That guy's a freaking alien. I've
Uh-huh.
never heard a person talk like that I've never. I don't know. It's just he's an enigma. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Feel you on that. Making music, dropping a single in a week or so. Nice with my band.
Nice.
Eager for my daughter's opinion. Yeah, dude, totally. I
Yeah.
mean, I like doing it, doing it for the kids so they have something like respectable to like. Oh, and my dad wrote all this music, and
Right.
here's my favorite song. Like, there's a chance of the 3 albums I've produced over the years that they would never have a favorite song.
Right.
And none of them, because they were all written before they were born. And this one, like these songs are about my family now, which is great. I've never written songs like that before. So I'm just entering this new sort of creative space where I'm including people that I love and actually love me back. And it's
Yeah.
really nice. It's a lot of fun. What are you doing, sir? What are you working on?
So I guess on another end of the spectrum. So one genre of music that I've always loved, like I'm obviously like a metalhead is kind of like my bread and butter, right? Like I just like listening to it, like playing it. I've always like folk metal, you know,
Okay.
like the talking about the wizards and the dragons and
Yes.
the kings and all, like I love
Doom.
it. It's so like, and some of it is just so absurd that it's just like it's the more the
Awesome.
merrier. It's so
Yep.
good. So I said I want to try to write something like that. And I want to try to do, and I've said it for years and years and years and years and years. I wanted to like have a project name and like make album covers and record an album and do the whole nine, right?
Yep.
So I really sat down and said, I'm going to do this. And this is maybe like another, you know, John is doing anything and everything anti Jimmy.
Keith and I got into a spat over Bruce Springsteen last night on Searching for Tone on Off the Rails, and he does not like the boss, and I do. And I said, "You hate the boss as much as Jonathan hates Jimmy." That was funny. Good stuff.
Oh my God. So I said, I'm really going to sit down and try to think of this. So I came up with the project name. Like I went, and I will say, full disclosure, I did go to AI for inspiration.
Good.
So I was
Cool.
like, generate some unused metal band names that would be good. And it gave me a bunch, and I would kind of take pieces here and there. And the one that stuck out to me the most that I came up with was Kill Sequence. I thought that the name sounded so freaking cool. I was like, it doesn't put me in like, oh, this is a death metal band, or oh, this,
Right.
because I wanted to keep it kind of generic. Well, not generic, but general, right? And I was like, that's so cool. So then I said, now I got to come up with the logo.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna run it through like some of these font generators, and they were all like the pointy, bushel of sticks logos, and I'm like, no, it's not really working for this. So I think I found a website that just was like text, and it had a bunch of different fonts and colors and all that kind of stuff. And I made just like the most simple, just wording of Kill, and the way that I did it, and it looks awesome. So there's that. And then there's a photo that I took let's say about a year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got a case of the Liquid Death waters, and it was the first time I've ever gotten a case of them, right?
Nice.
And this is the beauty of the whole music thing too, is like there's all the story behind it. So I had the box, and the box was kind of beat up, right? Like it looked like it had been shoved under a desk and kicked and all kind of stuff. It was all scuffed up and everything. So we, took the waters out, threw the box away, and the box was like sitting on top of our garbage can. And I was kind of walking by, and I looked down, and there was one little tiny spot on it that looked like a face.
Oh.
But but with the box being all scratched up, and I said, that would make an awesome album cover. So I took my phone and was like on it, trying to get a good photo of it. And I said, I'm going to use this one day. And I finally got to use it. And man, when I tell you, it's so simple, but like it did all of the work. I literally took my logo, pasted it on there, add like a filter to it, kind of try to blend it. And it just looks so cool. So I'm like, it doesn't really fit the theme of what I'm going for with this project that I'm working on, but I'm like, I'm definitely going to use that.
Yeah.
So going back to the folk metal thing, you can call it cheesy if you want. I said I'm gonna just kind of pull something out of my ass, and I said, what was the line that I wrote? I wrote like a little poem because I had an idea with it. I got to pull my thing up. Where did it go? Got it in my little notepad here. Hold on. Move it over here. One line, and then I built it off of that. I said, "Upon a throne of ice sits a cold-hearted king."
Ooh, nice.
That was how I started. That's what I pulled out of my ass, and I was like, "That's kind of cool." Yeah. So I said, "Okay, so we're gonna have an album that is the rise and fall of this Ice King, that, you know, and have like the play on all the stuff, you know, just stuff like that." It's still in its like early stages, but I was like, "That's kind of cool. It can be done." So I started like workshopping some names for songs that were all like, you know, kind of tying into like cold stuff. So like the Frigid Tyrant, like something like that. Not that that's an official name or anything.
As the
building a lore to it, because I'm like, that's the whole point of like folk metal stuff. But the counterpart of it is that the music itself is not really folky, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like the
lyrics
dun, 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 and it's not like that, you know. And I love that, but I can't really write in that style. I've tried and tried and tried, and I just can't. I can't seem to grasp it. Love listening to it, but I can't write it worth the flip.
You need to get a lute. Have Donna send you their lute.
See, and if I had stuff like that, I would love to do that. Here's the thing. I've started lure like Coheed and Cambria. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it would be more along the lines
band. Wait,
like proggy.
There we go.
So, but so I've started to do more, and this is, as you can't tell, I'm excited about it because I'm getting into like more of the songwriting stuff, and it's what I've been wanting to do forever, and it's come together. I've got a million different riffs I've written for it. But anyway, so I remembered when I moved from my laptop to my desktop, I had to migrate all my plugins and stuff over, and one that didn't seem to migrate was it was like an instrument loader. It's called Contact 7. Well, they got Contact 8 now, but it's the Contact Player is what it is. And it had these drums that Bogren Digital gave away for free. Like there's like a free version of it, I guess. And they loaded up in there, and that's what I'm using for it because they sound freaking awesome. But in that library, they have a ton of different free plugins. Oh, cool. One of them is a harp. And I want to try to incorporate that harp somewhere into it because it sounds really good. But the problem is I don't know how to play a harp. So I don't know the technical, like, I know it's like, you know, like this and it's flowy, but it's the same as programming drums to make it sound real.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. So I've kind of like worked on it, but then I've got these other plugins that are like one, it's called Ethereal Earth. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it could not be more perfect.
Nice. They've
got so many different like synthy, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, it fits into what I'm doing perfectly. So then I ended up, I'm almost done, I promise.
No, you're good.
So I ended up doing like this intro track to kind of wrap it all together, that I took that poem, because I have the complete poem. It's not very long, but I have the complete poem. Took the first half of it and I ran it through an AI like text to speech thing that, you know, you can change the voice. And I was looking for like a deeper, gravelly, like cinematic voice, something like that. Yeah. Exactly. Something like that. And I found one, and it was really cool. And I plugged it all together and kind of just worked through like the synthy thing, a little bit of guitar, a little bit of bass, filtered drums, because I love filtered drums. It's one of my favorite things, where it's like, like that. Love that. And man, I got to tell you, that intro track, I've played it a million times trying to tweak it and do all this, and it just sounds fucking phenomenal. I mean, I'm excited about it.
That's great. Yeah.
So
that'll be so awesome.
Yeah. I don't know when it'll drop.
Sure.
I'm going to stick with it. This is going to be one of my things, because I'm not going to push it to the wayside like I do everything else, but I'm hoping sometime next year.
Nice.
I'm hoping.
Well, I mean, I think for something like that, doing it as a big project and just making sure everything's nailed down is way better than like what I'm doing, which is more of like song, like track for track. And they're all different. So to me, it's not. I'm not building lore like you are.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a storyline. I think doing it in an album format is great for what you're describing, and I'm really
Yeah.
excited for you. And also like DistroKid
Yep.
could not make things more easier if they tried. Like,
Yeah.
I was so pleased with that experience. They'll even master it. Like, you can pay
Ooh.
if you buy the higher end membership, they'll master it for free. I'm not doing that many songs, so basically I pay like $10 a
Right.
song and they
Yeah.
master it, and it at least in the first two instances made it sound way better both times.
When they
So
master it, does that mean just, I mean,
they
turn
just
it? Do they
put
just
a
literally just turn it
yeah,
up, or is
yeah.
it like a
Well,
full?
it doesn't seem to affect only volume. It
Okay.
sort of pulls out it like, elevates things that need to get elevated. Like, it searches for frequency and sort of like levels
Like
stuff.
kind of puts the nuances into it, like a real mastering engineer would. I know
Yeah,
it's not going to be the same as like getting someone to physically do it, but I
right.
mean, man, when it's like 4 and 5 grand to master something, like
$10 really ain't bad.
really $10 if it sounds good, like okay, like I
Yeah.
don't need the dude with the big speakers and the headphones
Yeah.
doing like the little like I dialed off point 0.2 dB at 200 hertz because it
Right.
just, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna hear it listening to it in my car or on
Yeah,
my
it just kind of
shitty iPhone
flattens
speaker.
those peaks that you're talking about
Mm-hmm.
for you, and then pulls out certain stuff that you need. But I, the, all this to say, like, the AI for art, like, I know there's a lot of people that are upset with the fact that this is happening because there are audio engineers losing their jobs over DistroKid offering an
Right.
AI mastering service, or
Right.
BandLab offering AI mastering and leveling, and like, but for us, for the boys, like, this is magic. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah.
cheap, it's not labor intensive,
It's
and you can just
accessible.
focus on making the music that you want to make without
Mm-hmm.
like, I emailed Nick Perry's doing like session work down in LA now, and like he has access to a studio, and he'll produce your album. He'll get studio musicians to come in and play your songs with you, all
Oh
that stuff.
nice.
2 songs, 5 grand plus room and board while you're down there.
I mean, but you look at what's included with it though.
It's great.
You
It's
know.
not a bad price. It's just a price I still can't afford, even at a great deal.
Right.
It's like
And
you go on there, and the St. James amp, it was $800 off on, the Black Star St. James was
yeah,
$850 off. I'm like, that's a huge discount for the half stack.
yeah.
Still can't afford it at
Still can't afford it
$1,200. Don't
exactly.
matter. I don't have 1,300, let alone
Yeah.
2,200. So like, that's kind of where I was at with that, because I wanted these couple of songs to like reach as close to full potential as possible.
Right.
AI
Yeah.
has allowed me to do that while keeping the human element. So basically, what I
Yeah.
do is I get rid of the guitars and I record those myself because I'm capable. And I get rid of the vocals and I record those myself because I'm
Mm-hmm.
capable. And I
Yeah.
need literally everything else because I don't have a band or a studio.
Right.
So I think that is the proper use case. Like, you may not have time to just pour over all these different band names or something. So
Yeah.
you are literally using a service to do that for you. Just like we don't have time to go through like every textbook in the encyclopedia to find out what happened, in Vietnam or whatever.
Right.
Like, it's much easier to Google it.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, I think it is offering something to the music community that we need, even if that's at the expense of somebody else's talent.
Right. And I mean, well, I mean, you look at it this way too. It's like, look at when they went from like recording on tape to not recording on tape.
Right.
How many
laptop.
engineers you think that relied on recording on tape back in the day just went out because no one does it anymore because there's a cheaper, more accessible option for everybody, right? It's
Yep.
like that's just the way that it is. I mean, technology advances and
Yeah,
it's
I mean, they
unfortunate,
even
but
have plugins that make it sound like you routed it through a tape.
and there you go, exactly. And then it's like it comes full circle.
Yeah.
You know,
So
it's
you can
it's
get that sound without paying a guy $20,000 to do it.
the best that you can do is keep up with the times. That's all you can
Yep.
do.
Yep.
Because time don't slow down for nobody, that whole cliche, but it's just like that's just the way that it is. If you can't keep up, then you're destined to fail,
Father
you know.
time is undefeated. It's my
Oh yeah.
favorite saying as a 41-year-old basketball player. Yeah, but
There
I
you go.
mean, I think it's great, dude. I'm super excited for your music. I can't wait to hear it. I've been, you know, doing this band lab thing, and that's really fun. Like working with Yossi and
Yeah.
Ubi on certain songs, and I want to keep doing that. But like forgetting bass and drums, which is something that we all get inorganically anyway.
Yeah.
AI is doing the trick for me, dude, because they sound good. And if I put in like studio session musician quality bass and drum, it
Mhm.
does the prompt does the trick. It's like really good,
Yeah.
great bass line. Like that bass line on What Our Love Is For floored me. I was like, that is what the fuck I was trying to do, you
Yeah.
know? And so it's such a relief in a way to have that help. So yeah, man, really cool. What else we got? We played 3 gigs. Yes, he's making music with humans. Rent a studio for 3 days to record drums to the next album. That's yeah. I mean, it's pricey, man. But
Yeah.
if I already had a band, I would do it that way. I absolutely
Oh
would.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just not where I'm at. Mark says, "What are you talking about? I've been 13 for 50 years now."
Not a
Not
bad
sure where
thing.
that came from.
In
Oh,
spirit, it's okay.
mentally, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Uh, cool, man. Well, next week, big week. We've got Brian at Searching for Tone on. We're
We
gonna
do.
talk trash about haters. We're gonna talk about your shared gear hookups that you and him have. I'm excited
Right.
to hear you two bounce back and forth on experiences with like Stritch and
Yeah, excited.
Donner and those and Guyker and stuff. That'll be a lot of fun, and just I'll be a little more listeny next week than talky. Um, and then Lucas Fowler is gonna come on and get soup. Maybe you guys can even debate the nerdiness aspect of all this stuff. And
We could. I'm always up for a healthy debate.
that's right.
There you go.
But man, I hope you all had a great holiday,
Yep.
and
Next one is approaching fast.
very rapidly go get your stocking stuffers now. Grocery
So will
store.
your mom.
Yep.
Wait on her to get her stocking stuffed.
She's
Yeah.
stuffing her stocking, bro. And we'll catch you all next week on our second guest episode.
Yes, we will. Yep. Be safe. We'll catch y'all next week.